The Beretta 418 was James Bond's first sidearm in Ian Fleming's Casino Royale 1953. It's a compact .25 caliber pistol designed for discreet carry. It weighs just 13.5 ounces, and its 2-inch barrel makes it perfect for hiding under Bond's customized suits in covert MI6 missions. However, the .25 ACP round lacks stopping power, with a muzzle velocity of only 760 feet per second, limiting its effective range to 15 meters for close quarters use. Gun expert Jeffrey Boothroyd, who advised Fleming, called it a ladies' gun for its overrated performance. This flaw proved critical in Dr. No 1962, when the Beretta's jamming nearly cost Bond his life against a Spectre operative. The whole incident proved that the gun was in fact not as reliable as it was made out to be. This prompted M to replace it with the iconic Walther PPK. In the 1950s, the Beretta 4.2 suited Bond's early stealth-focused style, but its limitations were evident as missions grew more intense. Today, its Bond legacy makes it a collector's prize, valued between $386 and $650 per true gun value, despite its obvious shortcomings. What's your take on this pint-sized piece of 007 history? The Walther PPK. The Walther PPK, James Bond's signature sidearm, confirmed in 007 lore from Dr. No 1962 onward. This compact double/single-action pistol, chambered in .32 ACP or later .380 ACP, weighs just 21 ounces, making it an okay fit for Bond's tailored suits. Its 3.3-inch barrel delivers a muzzle velocity of about 900 feet per second, .32 ACP, with an effective range of roughly 25 meters, ideal for a spy's close-quarters encounters. The PPK's adoption came after firearms expert Jeffrey Boothroyd wrote to Ian Fleming, urging him to ditch the underpowered Beretta 418 for something deadlier. Boothroyd's advice shaped Bond's arsenal, and the PPK became the icon we know today. Interestingly, in Dr. No, the prop was actually a Walther PP slightly larger, with a 3.9-inch barrel but called a PPK on screen for story continuity. The PPK's compact design at just 6.1 inches long made it perfect for covert carry, but it has drawbacks: a low 7+1 round capacity, .32 ACP, and lighter ballistic performance compared to modern 9mm pistols. Still, its sleek lines and reliability made it Bond's go-to. Over time, the films modernized it. Skyfall 2012 introduced biometric grips coded to Bond's palm, and No Time to Die 2021 featured design tweaks for a contemporary edge, keeping the PPK relevant. Today, the Walther PPK is a collector's gem steeped in Bond legacy. Per true gun value, a new PPK costs between $650 and $723, while used ones run $559 to $570. Its iconic status overshadows its limitations. Modern pistols outshine it in capacity and power, but none match its cinematic swagger. What do you think of Bond's trusty PPK? Classic legend or outdated relic? Drop your thoughts in the comments, give a thumbs up, and subscribe for more dives into Bond's arsenal. Walther PP. The Walther PP, a close cousin of the iconic PPK, made a sneaky appearance in Dr. No 1962 due to a prop oversight. Chambered in .32 ACP, this 6.7-inch long pistol is slightly larger than the PPK, with a 3.9-inch barrel and a weight of 23.7 ounces. Its effective range mirrors the PPK's at about 25 meters, delivering a muzzle velocity of roughly 900 feet per second. In the film, it's called a PPK for story continuity, but eagle-eyed fans spot the difference in its longer grip and slide. Used briefly, the PP shares the PPK's compact, concealable design, perfect for Bond's covert missions. However, its slightly bulkier frame made it less ideal for James Bond's sleek style. Now a collector's item, used Walther PPs fetch $400 to $600 per true gun value, boosted by their brief Bond fame. Walther P5. The Walther P5, featured in Octopussy 1983, was a bold but brief experiment for Roger Moore's Bond. This 9mm pistol, with a 3.5-inch barrel and 7.1-inch overall length, weighs 28 ounces and boasts a 50-meter effective range with a muzzle velocity of about 1,200 feet per second. Designed as a modern service pistol, its 8+1 round capacity and double-action trigger offered reliability for MI6's high-stakes missions. However, it never caught on, overshadowed by the PPK's iconic silhouette. As a limited-run firearm, the P5 is a niche collector's piece, with prices varying widely due to rarity, often between $800 and one available. Its one-off appearance reflects Bond's flirtation with modern designs, but fans craved the classic. What's your take on this short-lived switch? Walther P99. The Walther P99, wielded by Pierce Brosnan's Bond from Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997, to Die Another Day, 2002, marked a 1990s shift to modern firepower. This 9mm polymer pistol, with a 4-inch barrel and 7.1-inch length, weighs 24 ounces and delivers a 50-meter effective range with a muzzle velocity of around 1,300 feet per second. Its high-capacity 15+1 round magazine was a leap from the PPK's 7+1, offering practicality for intense missions. The P99's ergonomic grip and sleek design fit Brosnan's tech-savvy 007, but fans missed the PPK's classic charm. Priced from $500 to $800 per Bond 22 tripod, it's a collector's favorite for its Bond era. The P99 brought modern performance, yet nostalgia won out. Heckler & Koch P7. The Heckler & Koch P7, featured in John Gardner's Bond novels, introduced a unique squeeze-cocker design to James Bond's literary arsenal. Chambered in 9mm, this 6.5-inch long pistol with a 4.1-inch barrel weighs 27 ounces and offers a 50-meter effective range with a muzzle velocity of about 1,1250 feet per second. Its innovative squeeze-cocking mechanism requires a firm grip to ready the firing pin, enhancing safety for a spy's high-pressure missions. With an 8+1 round capacity, it's a modern, reliable choice, but it never appeared in the films. As a niche collectible, the P7 commands a range of prices between $1,500 due to its unique design and Bond connection. This literary experiment added fresh flair to Bond's gear. ASP 9mm. The ASP 9mm, another John Gardner creation in his Bond novels, is a custom-built spy's dream. This 9mm pistol, designed for concealment, measures just 6.8 inches with a 3.25-inch barrel and weighs a mere 24 ounces. Its gutted slide and minimalist frame maximize concealability, with a 50-meter effective range and a muzzle velocity of around 1,200 feet per second. Made for covert ops with a 7+1 round capacity, it's praised as the ultimate spy's gun. As a fictional design, no real market exists, but its sleek concept captivates collectors and fans. The ASP reflects Gardner's vision of a modern, stealthy Bond. Smith & Wesson Centennial Airweight. Let's keep the momentum going with James Bond's arsenal and shift gears to a revolver that made a brief but intriguing appearance in Ian Fleming's novels The Smith & Wesson Centennial Airweight. This .38 special revolver, recommended by firearms expert Jeffrey Boothroyd, shows up in the literary Bond world as a nod to stopping power over the underpowered Beretta 418. If you're loving these dives into James Bond's firearms, you're in for a treat as we explore this lightweight wheelgun's role in Bond's early days. It's a fascinating look at how Fleming's vision evolved, so stick with me, and if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. The Smith & Wesson Centennial Airweight, introduced in the 1950s, is a compact double-action-only revolver weighing just 13 ounces thanks to its aluminum alloy frame. Chambered in .48 Special, it packs a punch with a muzzle velocity of about 940 feet per second from its 1.875-inch barrel, giving it an effective range of 25 to 30 meters, though accuracy drops off due to the short barrel and fixed sights. With a 5-round cylinder, its capacity is limited compared to Bond's later semi-autos like the Walther PPK, but Boothroyd pushed for it because of its reliability and stopping power key for a spy facing deadly foes. In the novels, it's a brief experiment carried out by Bond before the PPK became his signature. The Airweight's lightweight design made it easy to conceal, fitting Bond's covert style, but its clunky reloads and low capacity didn't quite mesh with the fast-paced action of 007's missions. This revolver's inclusion shows Fleming testing heavier firepower before settling on the iconic semi-automatic we all associate with Bond. Today, collectors value the Airweight for its Bond connection, with prices ranging from $400 to $700 depending on condition, though exact figures for Bond-era models are hard to pin down. What do you think? Does this revolver deserve more spotlight in Bond's legacy? Let's move on to another quirky choice from Fleming's early novels. Colt Police Positive. Now let's talk about a real head-scratcher from Ian Fleming's Casino Royale, 1953. The Colt Police Positive with a sawn-off barrel. This POS .38 S&W revolver is one of Fleming's oddest early choices for Bond, and it's a perfect example of his trial-and-error approach to arming Bond before Boothroyd's expertise came into play. If you're as intrigued as I am by these early offbeat picks, stick around as we unpack this quirky piece of Bond history. And if you're enjoying this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with our 007 firearm series. The Colt Police Positive, originally a 6-shot revolver with a 4-inch barrel, was designed in 1905 for law enforcement, offering a reliable .38 S&W round with a muzzle velocity of about 780 feet per second. But here's where it gets wild. In Casino Royale, Fleming describes Bond's version with a sawn-off barrel, so short it removes the front sight entirely. This hack job slashes the effective range to a mere 2-3 meters, making it a last-ditch, point-blank weapon with abysmal accuracy. Weighing around 20 ounces, it's concealable, but the crude modification screams improvisation over practicality. Why did Fleming choose this? It adds a gritty, almost desperate edge to Bond's early character, a spy cobbling together whatever he can in high-stakes missions. The sawn-off barrel's dramatic flair fits the novel's tense atmosphere, but it's a head-scratching choice for a trained agent. As a vintage novelty, the Colt Police Positive is a collector's item, with intact models valued between $300–600. though a sawn-off Bond-style version is more of a custom curiosity with unclear pricing. This oddball revolver highlights Fleming's initial missteps in arming Bond, paving the way for Boothroyd's game-changing advice. Ready for another? Let's dive into the next one. Colt Army Special. Let's wrap up this trio with another intriguing pick from Fleming's novels, the Colt Army Special, which appears to be a case of mistaken identity. Tucked away in Bond's car in the early books, this .45 caliber revolver adds a touch of dramatic flair to Bond's arsenal. As we explore this one, you'll see how Fleming's choices reflect his evolving vision for Bond's gear. So let's get into it. If you're loving these breakdowns, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more 007 firearm deep dives. The Colt Army Special, introduced in 1916, is a 6-shot revolver chambered in .45 Colt, with a 6-inch barrel and a weight of about 38 ounces. It delivers a hefty muzzle velocity of 850 feet per second and an effective range of 25 to 30 meters, making it a solid choice for stopping power. But here's the catch. Fleming likely meant the Colt M1917, a similar .45 revolver used in World War I, as the Army Special name doesn't quite align with the specs he describes. Hidden in Bond's car, this revolver suggests a backup plan for high-stakes scenarios, adding a rugged old-school vibe to 007's early missions. Its 6-round capacity and heavy frame made it less practical for daily carry compared to the sleek Walther PPK, which explains its limited use. The Colt's presence in the novels shows Fleming experimenting with classic American firepower before Boothroyd steered him toward more spy-appropriate weapons. As a vintage piece, the Colt Army Special, or M1917, draws collector interest, with prices ranging from $500 to $1,000 due to its Bond mention and historical appeal. The Golden Gun, brandished by the lethal Francisco Scaramanga in The Man with the Golden Gun 1974, is hands down one of the most unforgettable villain weapons in the James Bond universe. This isn't just any pistol, it's a masterfully crafted single-shot firearm that disassembles into everyday objects. A fountain pen for the barrel, a cigarette lighter for the chamber, and a cigarette case for the grip, all gold-plated for maximum flair. Designed for a single surgically precise shot at close range about 10 to 15 meters with a .45 caliber bullet traveling at roughly 800 feet per second, it's the ultimate assassin's tool, tailored for Scaramanga's one-shot, one-kill philosophy. In Ian Fleming's 1965 novel, things were less theatrical. Scaramanga carries a gold-plated Colt 45 revolver, a 6-shot beast with a 6-inch barrel, 38-ounce weight, and a 25-meter effective range, firing .45 ACP rounds. The film's reimagined version, brought to life by Christopher Lee's chilling performance, turned a simple revolver into a cinematic icon, blending spy-tech ingenuity with deadly elegance. As a bespoke prop, the Golden Gun has no real-world market but is a priceless collector's dream, its intricate design cementing it as a legend over practical armory. Browning 1910 silenced. Alright, let's dive into a quirky piece of James Bond trivia with the Browning 1910, a pistol that sneaks into Dr. No 1962 due to an onset mix-up. This .32 ACP semi-automatic, fitted with a silencer, was likely meant to be Bond's iconic Walther PPK, but ended up stealing a moment in 007's early cinematic history. Weighing just 20 ounces with a 3.5-inch barrel, the Browning 1910 is compact, firing rounds at about 900 feet per second for a stealthy 15-meter effective range, perfect for close quarters, silent takedowns. The silencer reduces noise but slightly hampers accuracy, making it a true spy's tool for covert ops. In Dr. No, this prop error adds a layer of charm to the film's production quirks, as the 6.1-inch long pistol briefly stands in for Bond's signature sidearm. As a niche collectible, boosted by its 007 cameo, a Browning 1910 can fetch between $300 and $600, with silenced versions being rare custom pieces. This accidental appearance is pure Bond trivia gold proof that even mistakes can become legendary. What do you think of this sneaky substitute? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more 007 firearm breakdowns. Savage 99F. Now let's shift gears to a rare rifle in James Bond's arsenal, the Savage 99F, featured in Ian Fleming's short story For Your Eyes Only, 1960. .08 Winchester is a long-range powerhouse, weighing 7.5 pounds with a 22-inch barrel and boasting a 200-meter effective range. Its .308 rounds scream out at 2,800 feet per second, making it ideal for precision shots in the rugged settings of the story, where Bond takes on a sniper's role. The 99F's 5-round internal magazine and sleek design gave 007 the firepower needed for a rare rifle-based mission, a departure from his typical urban espionage. Rifles are scarce in Bond's world, making this appearance stand out as a nod to Fleming's versatility in arming his hero. As a vintage piece, the Savage 99F is a collector's gem, with prices ranging from $800 to $1,500 due to its rarity and Bond connection. This rifle's one-off role adds a unique chapter to 007's legacy. What's your take on Bond wielding a rifle?